perfect fit is important. Now an Aussie tech startup has a way to make sure everything is as millimetre perfect as this CX-30. Hit the link to find out more.
Insulate your home with quality curtains from R&E Scott. Functional, practical and beautiful. R&E Scott, Grey Street, Hamilton.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM.
11 degrees in Melbourne, showers easing tomorrow, a top of 14. It's 6 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Tony Tardio. The Andrews government and the state opposition have gone head-to-head in counter press conferences over the suburban rail loop. Stephanie Wacklowick reports.
94 days out from the state election, the coalition is urging the government not to sign major contracts on the suburban rail loop before the November 26 poll. Despite signing the East-West Link contract just 8 weeks before the 2014 election, Shadow Treasurer David Davis argues a $5 billion contract compared to a $35 billion contract is a different situation.
The scale of what they're proposing and what could occur here is significant. I would argue it's a quantum difference.
The coalition has pledged to shelve the suburban rail loop and redirect the money into the healthcare system if it wins government. But Transport Infrastructure Minister Jacinta Allen says major contracts aren't due to be signed until 2023.
Another day and yet another stunt. So we're not going to take any lectures on caretaker conventions from a group of people who act like this.
At State Parliament, Stephanie Wacklowick, 9 News.
A 29-page statement seen by the Herald Sun claims police leading an investigation into the red shirts route were blocked from doing their job in what's claimed to be a deliberate cover-up to help Daniel Andrews win the 2018 election. A whistleblower claims detectives investigating were refused permission by police command from obtaining phone records and other computer data. The revelation comes weeks after Ombudsman Deborah Glass found there was no new evidence to warrant another criminal investigation or a referral to IPAC. A close friend of John Farnham says returning to singing is a distant hope as the Australian music legend begins his long road back to recovery after having a cancer removed from his mouth. There are reports he's had part of his jaw removed during marathon 12-hour surgery at a Melbourne hospital yesterday. Farnham is in a stable condition in ICU. Gaynor Wheatley says singing is way down the list of priorities.
I don't know yet. It would be, a tragedy if that man could not sing. But at the moment, I just want him well.
Yes,
we'll think about singing later.
A young girl is in a critical condition in the Royal Children's Hospital after being kicked by a horse. The incident happened at a rural property at Bullengarook just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The toddler is being treated for an upper body injury. The federal government is urging the AFL not to reduce the number of games being shown on free-to-air television. The code is in the final stages of negotiations, with some reports suggesting all games on a Saturday will go behind a paywall. Communications Minister Michelle Rowland says there can't be a reduction of the current number of games on free-to-air.
Access by all Australians to events of national significance, including iconic sports events, should be available to all Australians, live and free, irrespective of their means or where they live.
In finance news, the share market up 40 points, the dollar by 69.12 US cents.
Sonia Gillingham knows the Hamilton property market. Call Sonia at Groves Real Estate.
Essendon is in need of 4 new directors, a new chief executive as well as a new senior coach. Chief Executive Xavier Campbell has quit despite having 2 years to run on his contract, while directors Paul Brasher and Simon Madden have both finished up. Peter Allen and Sean Wellman will leave when replacements are named. Geelong is sending an ominous warning to the rest of the competition 10 days out from its qualifying final against Collingwood. Jeremy Cameron, Reece Stanley and Cam Guthrie are all rated a chance to return from injury. Midfielder Isaac Smith says the Cats are in good shape.
Certainly in a better position than what we were last season, just with the health of the group and the level of performance we're going at. It's probably far and above what we produced last year, but that doesn't give you any guarantees.
And Geelong and Melbourne are expected to be well represented in the All-Australian team when it's named tonight. The league's rising star will also be named, with Collingwood's Nick Dacos the favourite. It's 6:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you have an unwanted tree that needs removing or trees that are encroaching on fence lines, Barco can sort it out. They're your local accredited professional team and one-stop shop for tree lopping and traffic management.
The next time you try a McCafe coffee, you'll be enjoying the delicious taste of Australia's most popular barista-made coffee. Just one of many reasons to try McCafe.
If you haven't been into beds lately, maybe you should check out the range and quality of their stock. They don't have any trouble competing on price, and their staff really go that extra mile to help. It's no wonder they're going from strength to strength. Beds of Portland, MixxFM's Business of the Month.
MixxFM, your official emergency broadcaster.
So if you're hitting the open road on your next outdoor adventure,
MixxFM
simply
weather.
taking pride in a job well done.
Grampians Livestock and Real Estate, property consultant for Portland and surrounds.
There's a strong wind warning for the West Coast and cloudy for the rest of your Wednesday with more showers on the way and an overnight low of 7 degrees. Cloudy again tomorrow with winds tending southwesterly and reaching a top of 13. Friday there'll be cloud about with a chance of morning fog, a top of 14. And Saturday cloudy with a slight chance of showers and 20k winds, a high of 16. Tomorrow looking at a top of 13 for Hamilton and 15 for Warrnambool, Portland and the coast.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your TV specialist.
Right now it's 10 degrees.